GitLab shares started off the year with a bang, but have faded since. Now twice on earnings. Time to check in on the business with the CFO. Back with us, Brian Robins, joining us from GitLab, ticker GTLB. Brian, thanks for being here again this morning. Good to have you.
Hey, Oliver. Thanks for having me back on the show.
One of the first things that stands out to me is that you guys, you beat, particularly on earnings, but the market hasn't been rewarding to you. What do you think has kind of changed in the atmosphere?
Yeah, thanks, Oliver. I'm super happy with the results in Q1. We delivered 33% revenue growth. We did that while maintaining a good non-GAAP gross margin, and we delivered great operating cash flow in the quarter. The things that we can control is the results in the business that we're driving with our customers. It's been a tough tape out there for software in general.
One of the things that I'm trying to figure out that seems like the big question for this earnings season at this juncture of the AI revolution is who benefits, who gets disrupted. Where are you guys at on that? Because I go to your site and there's AI everywhere, but it seems like some of the narrative too is that AI might enable people to do things without having to go through a secondary source now.
Yeah, great question. There's been a lot of discussion around AI in general. GitLab makes AI work for DevSecOps. And so we have partnered with a number of different companies such as Anthropic, Google, AWS to help us with AI. And we've also created some stuff internally. We're creating AI for the entire software development lifecycle. There's a recent report out by Ombia that basically said that we're one of the most comprehensive available AI features for DevOps platforms. And so we've launched a number of AI products. Early feedback has been really positive. We've seen increased productivity. And we think with the increased productivity, more code will be developed. More code will bring more complexity, and more complexity will really drive people towards platforms. And that's what GitLab offers.
Tell me about the new products and what those relationships are. When you talk about partnering with the big kind of AI models that are out there, what's that cost relationship? Do you have to pay them for access to that? Do you share revenues from customers who use it? What does the finance behind that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no revenue share in those programs, and mostly we're partnering with them for the large language models. And so a lot of large language models that are out there have become commoditized, and we're actually using them specifically for DevSecOps. And so the costs that we incur related to the models and capacity are all built into the guidance that we gave. Super happy that the guidance that we gave for FY 2025 has us positive from a non-GAAP operating income standpoint.
That's kind of where I'm wondering if it changes the kind of nature or the margin, the profitability of the growth going forward. If to harness these new tools, you have to pay for access to them. I mean, you don't get to use them for free, right? This stuff isn't open source.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously, one of the things that we track closely, as we come up with guidance and we do the modeling for the year, we have a number of AI features that are currently in the market and also some that are in private beta. But as we do them, we look at how we price and package them. Some are included in our ultimate product, and then some we're pricing as different SKUs. The ones that actually have a higher cost of delivery, we're actually taking that in consideration when we're coming up with the price that we're going to charge our end customers.
If the prices move higher, can you hit the customer growth rate that you would otherwise? What's that trade-off look like? Do people say, okay, I'm willing to pay up for this because it's a service that I absolutely need? Or do they go, well, now you're upselling me and I already spend as much as I can. I don't know if I can extend it.
Ultimate, which is, our highest priced product, continues to be our fastest growing segment. We went up, last quarter, it was 44% of total ARR, and it went up to 46% of total ARR. We have a very high gross retention rate. Our cohorts from 8 or 9 years ago are still expanding with us today. And the reason why they're expanding with us is because we're delivering positive business outcomes and really good time to value. With our ultimate product, the payback period is about 6 months. The ROI in 3 years is over 400%. And so the products that we're bringing to market you're just going to help developers be more efficient. And so the hope is that that efficiency will get paid back with the price that we're going to charge for them.
As we look at the revenue versus the earnings, I mean, the revenue, there's about as good as you can ask for in the industry right now, as you guys have been hitting 30% plus growth. It seems like analysts and your own expectations are to stay at least at 25% for the next couple quarters. The bottom line, as we've talked about in the past on the earnings side, is that's been a negative, a literal negative. You guys have kind of shifted into making money now on an adjusted earnings basis. That inflection from an earnings loss to a gain that's basically happening, correct me if I'm wrong, like as of this in the next couple quarters, does all that hold in this transition? Or in order to capitalize on the AI, do you have to spend a little bit, push off the profitability?
Yeah, great question. The guidance that we gave Monday actually has us increasing our profitability over last year. And so we've been very consistent in our messaging. The number one thing we want to do at GitLab is to grow, but we'll do that responsibly. And so we've been doing that with creating greater operating leverage in the model, and that's built into the guidance that we provided.
Okay. And for the next couple quarters too, adjusted EPS guiding to a positive number there, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Brian, thanks for the update. Thanks for the figures. Appreciate the walkthrough as always.
Thanks, Oliver. Have a great day.
You got it. Brian Robins, CFO at GitLab. All right. Big top line growth and hanging on to and lifting the earnings expectations.